At your service.
Welcome, randomites, to another episode of Anime Month, right here on Reaction and Review UK. Now, when we started this, or when I mentioned I was going to do an anime-themed month, one particular series kept being mentioned. People saying, oh yeah, you've got to watch this, or it's always been a series that whenever I talk about anime, most people bring it up. They say, have you watched this yet? You should watch this, it's really great. Well, you all wanted it? Here it is. Today's anime was requested by HeavyBaseX, link in the description, and today we're taking a look at Hellsing Ultimate. I didn't know Emma made an anime series, but... So, is this story about vampires any good? With that in mind, everybody, grab some and a drink. It's time to kick back, relax, and let's check out Hellsing Ultimate. Okay, why is it everyone in this show has these really weird, exaggerated facial expressions? Like, so far I've just seen like 3 or 4 people doing this face. Or things like that. I mean, how would you like it if I look like this throughout the whole video? Hello, I'm in Hellsing Ultimate. A priest dressed up as a vampire. There's an ironic twist for once. Okay, I got a question for Hellsing fans watching this. Why do they spend their time grinning like idiots? Like, all I'm seeing is some of the smuggest, self-satisfied, shit-eating grins I've ever seen in my entire life. You can pretty much like take any caption in their face and put below it, I came, and it just beautifully says everything it needs to. Well, that was Hellsing Ultimate. If you're having a problem hearing it during the video, I apologise, the speakers on my computer are fucked. Let's just put it that way, so if you couldn't hear it that well, did the best I could. First of all, let's ask the big question, was this any good? Despite not having a clue what the hell I just watched, that's one of the cons, spoiler by the way, yeah, I really enjoyed this. It's a lot better than some vampire stories I have seen over the years. Because the problem I have with vampires is you just feel like they're full of cliches and nobody really knows what to do with them anymore. But, yeah, watching Hellsing, this episode of the OVA series, yeah, I really like this. Let's just get down to it. First, I'll talk about the visuals. This is one of the slickest looking animes I've ever seen. I mean, like, it does very good subtle tricks. I mean, one trick I liked is when the character's sort of out of view, like sort of a silhouette sort of thing, the red eyes and like the mouth is sort of visual. So basically you just see the eyes and the mouth through this like, dark shadowy silhouette. I thought that was a pretty good effect. The colour palette was very sort of darks, reds and blues and blacks, which, like I said, the best word to describe it is it's very slick, you know, in terms of how it looks. I really didn't recognise Crispin Freeman's voice at first, because normally when he plays a role, it's the same voice every single time. In Slayers, it's the same voice. In Ghost of the Shell, it's the same voice. In Haruhi, it's the same voice. But here, he masked that really well. So yeah, I gotta applaud that. Alucard as a character. I mean, when I first heard about Alucard, you know, the whole, like, red trench coat and whatnot, I got the impression it's kind of like what a 13-year-old boy thinks is cool, shall we say. But, yeah, Alucard is everything Dante should have been. He doesn't say much, and when he does something, it is fucking amazing. Holy shit. Like, I heard someone say that he's supposed to be Dracula, but for whatever reason, he just calls himself Alucard. Don't know there's any truth in that, but because this is kind of my first big exposure to the series. But yeah, I really like Alucard as a character. Like I said, he didn't do much, but when he did something, holy shit. The action was pretty top-notch. I liked it. Again, I'm trying to find the right words to describe it, because I'm just trying to catch up with all this shit. It didn't really need to show you too much, because what it did show you, or the way it did it, it really made the characters feel very powerful, rather than just like a generic sort of self-insert character kind of thing. I mean, when the police girl, her name's already escaped me, when Police Girl was doing this really cool, like, reloading and just charging into these ghouls, I think she called them, blasting a machine gun at full blast. It was really cool. And the sword fight with the paladin guy, damn, I might watch this again later. But overall, I love the look, style, and Crispin Freeman's voice acting. Now, the problem is, now in terms of complaints, again, it's more or less nitpicking again. But one of the nitpicks I've got is, I mean, because of the location, because it's set in England, you get a lot of stereotypical, like, voices. And I was sort of saying at some points, okay, we get it, it's in England. You know, when people start talking like this, you know, it's just, oh, did I mention I'm from Britain? You know, and I have to address you. I mean, imagine if I addressed you for the rest of this review talking like this. Did I mention I'm British, by the way? I'm from the UK. God chip, you know, fish and chips, God save the Queen. By the way, did I mention I'm British? That was, I mean, I applaud it for being sort of, like, you know, accurate to the, you know, the region and whatnot, because it's kind of stupid when you see, like, World War II movies and Germans are speaking English. You know, I applaud this OVA for being kind of correct, but it got on my nerves after a while. Police Girl, again, her name escapes me. My buddy Dart Drifter really likes her character, and he basically said, oh, she's great because of this, this, and this, and she's awesome and shit. Finally seeing her in action, she kind of comes across as a bit of a whiny little bitch, you know? And is it just me, or is she voiced by Kylie Minogue? Because that's what she sounds like. It's like, holy shit, is Kylie Minogue in this? God, I mean, I kind of like her. She's got a good character design, and I kind of like her innocence and whatnot. Pretty much beating the shit out of Bella Swan, hands down. But she needs to get a backbone. Seriously. I mean, I think from the moment she first showed up to the last kind of minutes of this OVA, she was everyone's bitch. I don't think Police Girl was the right name. I think bitch would have been the better name. I'm sure she'll grow on me, though. I'm sure, you know, the character everyone keeps saying, oh, she's so cool because of X, Y, and Z. Maybe I'll see that down the road. And finally, this is just another nitpick. I have no idea what the hell was going on. I've got no idea. It's like, so from what I understand, it's kind of like Hellboy, but with Buffy the Vampire turned into it. You know, where they just, like an organization that fights monsters with monsters kind of thing. Is that what it's kind of like? Again, I'm trying to base it off what I know. And Alucard is basically kind of like a Dante without the fucking swaggering bullshit attached to it. So all in all, I enjoyed this. Has Hellsing really swayed me on anime as a whole? Well, not really. I mean, I still prefer Western animation, but I have to admit, watching these animes for the first time, I sort of have a little bit more respect and appreciation for the art form. Yeah, I know what I prefer, but if I ever had to pick an anime to like, it's probably going to be out of this lot. So, with that, we come to the end of another episode of Reaction and Review UK for Anime Month. And you know what's up next, don't you? Oh, God. I have been Random, take care, and I'll see you all in the near future. Peace.
Why on earth would a cheap bureaucrat like yourself know anything on the matter?
Well, for starters, vampires sparkle! Ha ha ha! And there you have it. The obligatory Twilight joke. And now I don't have to make any more throughout the whole video.